Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Big Brother fans across the globe, once again, welcome to the BB19 Robcast. Alright, today we don't have a whole hell of a lot of fancy stuff. We are not going to play audio nuggets. We're not going to make excuses. We are going to make something happen today at Robcast Radio because I'm going nuts, man. I haven't been on here with you all to talk about our favorite show all summer long, the Big Brother 19. So rock and roll, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Let's talk about what has been going on in the Big Brother house. And I don't think I've talked to you all since Cody got gone. So Cody's out of the house. Rock and roll. Welcome to the BB19 Robcast. No, wrong notes, zombie. Okay, there we go. The BB19 Robcast, number 19. And here we go. I mean, what the freaking frack? You know, I was thinking a little bit about Big Brother, and I was thinking about why is it right now at this point in time that I happen to be, I'm a fan of Cody, and now, I mean, if you could look back at the beginning, I wasn't a big fan of Cody in the beginning. I want everyone to get a fair shake and have an equal chance. However, I wasn't a big fan of Paul last year in the beginning. Didn't like him, not even a little bit. Paul won me over, Cody won me over. I wish that they could have that opportunity, which is not going to happen now, to get to know each other and to become friends outside the Big Brother house, because believe it or not, I think Paul could teach Cody a little bit about how to be social and not so standoffish. And it's tough because whenever you're young, you have that mentality, and then you're a trained warrior to boot. And it's one of those things that, man, maybe Jessica will tame him down in the real world. Jessica Rabbit in the real world. So Cody and Jessica are out of the house. However, we know that Cody's the first member of the jury. So really, people should have been a little bit, Cody, your game in the jury house means a lot too. You hear me, I'm saying? So right now, we got Cody and Elena are both in the jury house. And rock and roll. Let me re-up on some coffee, roll a fatty Bo Batty, and go to a station identification. Very, very thankful that you all have tuned back in, and we'll be right back after this station identification, ladies and gentlemen. Booyah! Fuck it, I can do two things at once, Flip. Oh, we're going? Good. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, download the Spreaker Podcast app, the best podcasting network on the planet Earth. And that's where you can listen to stuff like the Joe Rogan Experience. You can listen to Ari Shaffir Skeptic Tank. You can listen to the Adam Carolla Show. I'm just telling you all some of my faves. And there's a lot more. If you like Kevin Smith, then there's definitely Smodco. There's Hollywood Babylon, Fat Man on Batman. The list goes on and on. But the Nerdist, Ari Shaffir Skeptic Tank, the Joe Rogan Experience is a really good podcast. And when I tell people about Joe Rogan, because some of my friends were like trying to throw shade, I'm like, dude, this is what you do. Scroll through the list of the Joe Rogan shows. There's 800 of them, and pick someone that you may be familiar with, and I guarantee that you'll have a different opinion by the end of listening to a couple hours of the podcast. It's good stuff. Anyway, I wouldn't lead you all wrong. Download the Spreaker Podcast app, the best podcasting network on planet Earth. And that's where, hey, I would encourage you to start your own podcast. Hey, if that's what your dreams and your hopes and your dreams and whatever, or you just want to start your own podcast about something, or your own Robcast about something, then download the Spreaker Podcast app, the best podcasting network on planet Earth. And they'll let you start out for free. They'll give you can do your own 15-minute shows and rock and roll. Download the Spreaker Podcast app. Oh, yeah. Producer Short is supposed to be making me laugh, man. I haven't been on the radio in a minute, and I've got a few shows to catch up on today. But the good news, we did start a new web series yesterday. It's not about anything you all would be interested in. Something that we're doing with motorcycles, with motorcycle restoration, identification, and stuff like that. So anyway, but you can always listen to the show on YouTube. Speaking of, on the same channel, the Rob C. Zombie channel, this audio will always be available on YouTube, and you can listen to it while you're getting your workout on. Check out anything Robcast Radio has to offer. And I have also maybe a couple little silly videos on there you could watch. But nonetheless, download the Spreaker Podcast app, the best podcasting network on planet Earth, and that's where you can follow the show. Just click on my name where it says created by, and follow the show. It'll give you the old plus sign. And don't forget, please remember, Radio Robcast at gmail.com, Radio Robcast at gmail.com, Radio Robcast at gmail.com. That's where your views, your opinions can be expressed. Right here at Robcast Radio. Send us an email, that's the way to go. And we will send you an email back, Jack. You can be on the show in a flash. But yeah, let me know what you think about what's the goings on Big Brother. I mean, the God's honest truth is, I haven't been too busy to do the show. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to find inspiration to do the show. And that comes from a lot of different reasons, man. We have different stresses and things in our life. Just different situations to where my schedule goes into a sliding schedule, and I always have time to do the show. So I don't need to make excuses. I need to make something happen, because really, just sitting here with my dick in my hand, freaking complaining about normal, average, everyday problems, or getting in a little bit of a depression about it or whatever, doesn't help anyone. Especially the fans of the show on Robcast Radio. So rock and roll, we're back. And sometimes if life takes the wind out of your sails a little bit, then what we need to do, what we're there for, is, you and I, as human beings, is that we need to encourage one another to always be moving forward, to always be in an advance, to be moving forward in life, in our job, in our family, in our religion. So I don't want to get into a bunch of philosophy with you all, but I will remind you, thank you for encouraging me to continue on with the show, because I didn't realize that more than maybe my sister listened to the show. So it's been quite a surprise that this summer show is becoming as popular as last summer's show. So thank you very much for tuning in. And enough about us. Let's talk about what we're really motherfucking here for. What the fuck is going on in the Big Brother house, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you. You know what? I need to give all of you a big motherfucking round of applause for staying tuned and for being a Big Brother fan, just like yours truly. Okay, that's enough. What the fuck have we got going on in the Big Brother house now? Couples. Well, couples have been trying to be broken up, but there's a handful of couples in there, and it seems like with everything shifting on the fly and going how it is, right now I see Paul winning the whole motherfucking game. Boom. Don't you? Don't all of you? If somebody doesn't throw a monkey wrench in his program, he got shit on lock. Because we got Alex and Jason working together. Look, they're tough. We got Christmas and Paul. I thought Christmas and Paul. We got Christmas and Josh. Like have the mother-daughter thing kicking. Matt and Raven, of course. Well, now we have Mark in there by himself because we know Cody and Elena are on the jury. And Paul hands the HOH to Christmas. That did not hurt him one bit this week. Also, what didn't hurt him is Mark, with the target on his back, gives his fucking temptation, apple fucking whatever, gives it to Paul. So now Paul is safe for the week. So Paul can still just puppeteer his ass off. And, people continue to believe him and do what to do whatever his bidding is for him. He gets no blood on his hands. I think now the next couple's target is Matt and Raven. Who do you think the final three is going to be? So right now I know, okay, we've got Christmas wins the HOH. Kevin, man. He's been, he's been kind of on the fence and playing both sides the whole time. So the fact that his number hasn't been called yet is, I think it's because people think that they could beat him. So they might want to keep him around. They kind of like the same as with Josh. Because you don't think that Christmas is going to take Josh to the final two, thinking, you know what I mean, that people are going to vote for him. But you better check yourself before you wreck yourself with your final two, because Josh's gameplay's kicked into motherfucking gear. He was playing dumb, or if he was just big bright lights, like a deer in the big bright lights. It happens to people when they first get into the Big Brother house. It freezes them up and it throws them off. And now that he's able to get used to it, get his fucking sea legs about as far as being in the Big Brother house, man, it could throw you for a fucking loop. See it every year. So I think that now Josh sees what's going on here, and it's just, they're playing this Big Brother like fucking the lunch table at high school. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm not saying it's good or bad. It definitely makes for good TV. And the plan, I guess, is the plan for to backdoor Mark, or just to put Mark on the block out of the gate. Let's see. Do I have any more notes here? I'm just guessing. But we'll talk about game theory, whatever that is. Oh no, coming up on Wednesday, we've got Zingbot. We've got 9 people in the house. Oh, they're thinking, yeah, is Kevin a cop? That's how he knows Derek. He said he knows Derek from back east. We did the flashback episode. We already know that Christmas won the HOH with a little bit of help from Paul. Tree of Temptation. Mark claimed the apple. We know how that worked out for him. He got to... for some reason, he gave Paul safety for the week. Okay, so we did have Matt and Jason on the block. Spoiler alert, ladies and gentlemen. I think Jason won. Somehow, somebody won. Takes Jason off the block, and now we have Mark and Matt on the block. So it looks like the plan... what they're going to tell us tomorrow night is that is the PO power veto, blah blah blah, and we're going to end up with Matt and Jason on the block. And guess what? Zingbot Wednesday. That's kind of cool. Let's see. Mark and Matt are on the block. So it looks like Mark, it's his final days in the Big Brother house.